Welcome back, first timers. But if you're new here, I'm David, and this is Terry.
We're the first timers. We're trying things for the first time, and you can too.
And in this episode, we're going to be unboxing and giving an honest review of one of the highest rated portable steam saunas that we could find on Amazon.com.
The good old Zon.
We've been in the market for a portable steam sauna for a while. We thought it would be good for post-workout recovery after those late nights out where you're just trying to get the toxins out of your body. We've been looking and trying to find reviews of portable steam saunas. And the reviews that we came across on YouTube tended to be of people who had the saunas sent to them to do a review of. We oftentimes take those reviews with a grain of salt, so we wanted to test one ourselves, use our own money to buy it, and then give you our honest review. The sauna that we're going to be trying today is by a company called Toread. It was originally $229, marked down to $209, and then there was a $20 coupon on top of that, which brought it down to $189. So for that price, it just seemed like...
It's a no-brainer. You got to try it out.
And from the other reviews that we saw, everybody seemed to really like the steam sauna. However, some of the things that made us a little concerned about the overwhelmingly positive reviews were the lofty claims that were made on their website, but then also on the Amazon description page. So it does claim easy setup, 1 minute. So we're gonna test that. We're gonna put Terry to the test and see how long it takes for her to set up this portable steam sauna. It also claims that it has a 2.6 liter holding tank for the heating element. One of the biggest complaints that I saw in the reviews were that it had a smaller than average tank. Sad. At 2.6 liters versus 4 liters. So we're gonna test that and see if the size does really matter.
I think it does.
Well, she's the professional. And the other thing is that it claims that it gets to 130 degrees in 8 minutes. So we're gonna take a look, see how fast it takes. It doesn't come with a thermometer, and we didn't order one, so we won't know exactly how hot it is, but we'll kind of gauge about the general heat and warmth inside there.
Yeah, we'll see if it seems sauna-y.
We'll have Terry unbox it and set it up by herself, if at all possible. We'll get her to slip into something a little bit more sauna appropriate to test it out, and then we'll give you our honest review about the product after we're done.
All right, this is one of the stools that we bought. It comes in a 2-pack. I'm gonna give it a try while I unbox the sauna. My trusty stool. All right, let's open this thing up. Owner's manual, need that. So I'm gonna guess is the sauna-y part. Don't know what that is. Lots of plastic parts. Oh, one box. Most likely the pot where you put the water. It's like Christmas all over again. And a bunch of pipes. That's it. Got my instructions. I've got a timer. We're gonna see how far I get in 1 minute. Let's do this.
Terry has completely exceeded the first minute. She's at 1 minute and she's just now touching the first pole. But she's running into issues with space and the logistics around building it. I don't know if she was mentally prepared for the type of gymnastics that's gonna have to happen for her to do this successfully. At the 4 minute mark, she has the beginnings of the wall poles going up. Over the last minute, she was only able to add the couplings that connect the top wall poles to the bottom. But she hasn't given up yet. She's probably about to give up. She's just now passing 6 minutes. I can see the frustration on her face, and I can see the sweat on her brow. At exactly the 8-minute mark, she has all of the side poles and the base pole together. At about the 9.5-minute mark, she's starting to realize that there might be a piece missing. We're at the 11-minute mark, and she's just located the missing piece. With her arms quivering in pure exhaustion, at the 14-minute mark, she starts to unravel the outer shell of the sauna. Just passing 17 minutes, and I did offer a hand, and I was flat out denied, so she's got this. I take that back. We're at the 18-minute mark, and she's made no progress, so I think she's gonna tap out, and then we're gonna work on this together. This is most definitely a two-person job, but the picture on the website showed one woman in 1 minute doing this. We had to bring in the big guns, and by big guns, I mean me. And she finished the thing with a little help at 22 minutes and 37 seconds. But I just found out it's not done yet, so we're gonna keep on going. So this sauna is made for one person, but the stools are so little and we're not big people, so we're gonna see if we can fit both of us in here. And right now we're just about to hit the 24-minute mark and she's still chugging along. We're at 25 minutes. She has the steam pot. She's gonna start building that, put those pieces together, but right now she's searching for the hole.
Got it.
She found it. Stop the clock at 28 minutes and 39 seconds. It's done. We're gonna get it plugged in, filled it with water, and then see if we can get this thing to steam up our life. At least the steam sauna.
One item to note, it's supposed to fit 2.6 liters of water. We could get just under 2 liters of water in the water reservoir. There's different levels that you can set the sauna to. We set it to the highest level, and now we're gonna set the timer for 8 minutes and see if it gets nice and hot. The remote doesn't come with batteries, but you can control it straight from the screen on the water reservoir heating apparatus. So we're gonna turn it on, set a timer for 8 minutes, see if it gets hot. While it's heating up, I'm gonna go change.
We're 5 minutes into the heating up process, and there is some condensation that's building up on the steam pot, but I don't see any changes to the sauna itself. And also of note, the hose that it comes with is super easily kinked. So we made sure we straighten it out before we let it heat up, but just be aware that it just kind of kinks itself. It's super kinky.
We just hit the 8 minute mark. There's no steam happening inside the sauna, but the steam water reservoir is heating up. It's getting a little condensation inside. Just be really careful with your hose though. It seems to kink quite a bit, so you got to keep straightening it out. I think we have it straightened now, but just keep an eye on that. So we're gonna set another timer and see how long it takes for this thing to get hot.
Those hose be kinky.
Those hose definitely do be kinky. The sauna is made out of a pretty nice material. It's quilted, it looks nice, it's shiny black. There's a couple of windows around the sauna that you can unzip if you get a little too hot in there. There's also a little pocket inside where you could put maybe a magazine or your phone. Actually, I don't know if you want to take your phone in the sauna. Don't take my advice on that. So in the water reservoir, we're starting to notice that the water is starting to bubble up and come out where it's supposed to be sealed on the top with the lid. So it's kind of pooling right there for right now, and it looks like it's probably gonna overflow, but we'll keep an eye on it. We're at about 16 minutes now. The water reservoir is bubbling a lot. It's still looking like it's gonna overflow, and the sauna itself is getting pretty steamy. So I don't know, we're at double the amount of time the description said it would take to heat up, and it still doesn't feel that hot. It just looks steamy. We're at the 20-minute mark. I'm gonna just go in and see what the temperature's like. Oh, it's steamy. I wouldn't call it super hot, but it's steamy. I don't have the camera.
We're both in here. It's a one-person sauna,
Oh, it's getting steamy.
but it's not bad in terms of size. So we're sitting shoulder to shoulder, and our feet aren't being burned by the steam. We were gonna do a review from inside here, but it's getting a little steamy, so we're gonna actually let it keep heating, and we'll do our final wrap-up outside. It is made as a one-person sauna, but we were able to sit there together, side by side, and still have a little bit of wiggle room. Definitely tall enough for people of below average height. So space-wise, it's not bad at all. Looks-wise, it looks really cool. The quilting, the material, everything feels pretty good. The steam pot, I would say, is probably the biggest thing that I have questions about. The lid feels kind of flimsy and kind of like a really brittle plastic rather than like a more durable plastic, especially because you're supposed to lock it into place and it just feels not great.
Like it's gonna crack as soon as you snap it into place.
I mean, we will see. We will see what happens. And then the hose is a little kinky. It kind of just inherently kinks itself. So not a fan of that. And then also it's stated that it's 2.6 liters and there's no possible way that's accurate.
Yeah.
We could not even get 2 liters of water in there. And then even at 2 liters, which is right at the maximum threshold, it does bubble up, splash, and kind of spills out onto the floor.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot, but enough to, you know, just be aware of that. It says that it takes 1 minute to set up, and that took closer to what? 28 minutes and some change.
Yeah.
And then it also states that 8 minutes to get to 130 degrees. After about 25 minutes, that's when we started to really see some of the steam. And even at that, we weren't close to 130 degrees.
No.
I don't think, I mean, we don't have a thermometer there.
More like a steamy bathroom after you've been in the shower for a while.
So we're letting it cook right now. As we got out, it started to warm up. If you get in and out, it seems like the temperature drops quickly and you lose a lot of that steam. So just be aware of that. If it's able to get up to temperature and stay at temperature, then for the discounted price of $189, it's probably gonna be worth it if the steam pot holds up. So all in all, would we recommend this to anyone? Right now, I think it's a little too early to tell. I think we were able to debunk some of the claims in their advertisement, but I don't want to completely discredit it. But in the meantime, while this thing heats up, we're gonna crack into one of these moments. And again, we say this all the time, we're not sponsored. We just love these things. We do have an affiliate link in our description below, but if you haven't checked out the video for these non-CBD, non-alcoholic meditation in the cans, we'll link that right here. And don't forget to use our referral link and our discount to save 15% off your order.
And that discount code is good for all your purchases at Moment Drink, not just your first one.
So thanks again for following along this episode, and join us next time when we try something else new for the first time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. First timers.
High five. We're also gonna skip the 28-minute update. She's still working.